All imaginable colors from across the African continent are on display in the heart of London. The newly opened Africa Fashion Exhibition is the largest ever to showcase the subject in Britain, and for the fashion creators involved, it's a dream come true.
The V&A has been so thorough and so rigorous in the way that the exhibition has been curated. For me, it gives a truer picture of what's happening within the fashion space on the continent than any other exhibition thus far.
It's an honour to be able to give a platform to the fashion creators in the exhibition and to the many people that have contributed to the show. It's very timely because the African fashion scene, the creatives within it, we think are shifting the geography of global fashions.
The exhibit at the Victoria and Albert Museum presents pieces from 25 countries by dozens of designers, stylists and photographers. Under the surface, however, is another story about the interconnection of fashion and politics.
It's there in terms of semiotics or the symbols, the way that cloth can speak or communicate non-verbally, but also the power, the economic power of fashion and textiles to those newly independent nations in that moment of independence.
Jasinska says the exhibit demonstrates a real commitment to African arts by the Victoria and Albert Museum, an institution which, like many others, has had its failings with representing the continent in the past.
Up until maybe the 20th century, an element of perhaps lack of representation, perhaps misrepresentation, perhaps almost hidden in plain sight. The objects, the stories are hidden in plain sight. But I think what's exciting about the period we're in now is this acknowledgement, this willingness to acknowledge our colonial roots.
The Africa Fashion Exhibition takes the audience from the past to the future, which looks to be bright.
The exhibition then sets a new standard of exhibition making about fashion on the continent. Hopefully, at some point, we'll be able to have an exhibition that is able to include voices from every single part and every single country on the continent.
The Africa Fashion exhibit at the Victoria and Albert Museum is scheduled to run until mid-April of 2023. Pasi Myöhänen for VOA News, London.